What's up mga kabars, kabaro? Today's my topic is what is the job of cellar master and wine sommelier on board. Welcome to my channel, SUPERBONGTV. At napaka-interesting po itong subject na to. Sa mga lahat po ng mga hindi pa nagsusubscribe, please do subscribe, like, share, comment, and click yung po ang button para updated po kayo sa new videos ko. Ang topic po ito is all about the position and the job of cellar master on the ship and characters also, and you learn a lot of things from cellar master. And on this topic mga kabars, mga kabaro, sa mga nag-i-inspire na ito, please do watch these interviews from my cellar master on board. Good evening, Ma'am Carol. How are you doing, ma'am?
Hey, how are you, Superbong? How are you? I'm good, thank you.
Ma'am, have a seat, ma'am. I wanna take you a quick question and interviews about your position on board. Ma'am, what is the job of head sommelier and characters and attitude to be like you?
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Carolina, Caro Push. Short. I've been working in this company for for so many years.
Ang galing!
It's one of the largest cruise ship industry. So to become a cellar master or head sommelier, there's a lot of factors. First, you need to be certified with one of the wine institute. And lucky me, the company provided this certification because it's not cheap. But once you have the certification, it really, really helps you grow, develop, and you become very, very confident.
Oh my God! Wow!
But of course, to gain that, you need to do a lot of study.
Yeah.
You need to focus.
Ang galing!
And you need also to have this kind of fashion because it's not easy. But once you have this title, the job becomes more easy and you even more gain a lot of knowledge. So, my position in this company as a cellar master, first, I do wine training for the staff, both restaurant and bar, especially the wine steward. And then I do the wine tasting, and then I also send all the reports that needed to be sent to our headquarters. But aside from that, you need to have also your personality.
Ang galing!
It doesn't mean that you are certified, you need to be very snob. You have to level yourself on the bottom as well because not everybody got that ability to understand, to learn fast. For me, it takes a while to get this position because again, it's not easy and it's not cheap. So lucky that this company is providing all this program or development program for us to gain this certification. This certification is worldwide recognized. So even if I'm not working in the ship, if I come to stop working on the ship, going back home, I can still find a job. I can be a wine educator, I can be a wine consultant, or even I can be a beverage manager or even assistant beverage manager.
Ang galing!
By the way, my level as a cellar master could be like assistant beverage manager in the ship. And then again, to have that position, you need to be knowledgeable of what you're doing. You should understand the wine. It should be very broad. Not only wine, but as well as spirit, service, and especially also the wine and food pairing.
Oh my God! Wow!
Okay, so let me give you a very simple or very basic knowledge of wine. So, wine, it's very subjective. Just like food, everybody has their own like and dislike. But for you to enjoy wine, you need to know what you like. If you're a person that are still new to the wine or you're just starting to drink wine, I would highly recommend you started with the sweeter and the lighter style wine. One of those are like your Weizenfandel. It's a rosé wine that could be made from any red grape varietal. It could be from Merlot, Cab, Shiraz, as long as wine or the juice of grape is not converted everything into alcohol to leave the sugar to make the wine sweeter. So Weizenfandel, they are one of the sweetest wine, and then you have also the Moscato, and then you have also a Riesling. And then if you keep on tasting those wine, then your palate will develop. Then,
Ang galing!
and soon you will go up to the next level, which could be a drier style wine. It could be a Sauvignon Blanc, a Pinot Grigio, and then after that you go for a Chardonnay, and then you go for a red. Again, when you're going to take a red, you should start also from lighter. You should start from Pinot Noir, and then you move on to the higher or to the more deep, heavier style and more drier, which is a Cabernet. And then also, to become a cellar master, you need to know how the food to pair with wine. Pairing with wine is simple also. Again, it's also become a very subjective. If you are a person that really loves sweet wine and you want to have a steak, then that's fine, as long as you enjoy what you are pairing or what you are drinking. But the basic step or the basic pairing is, if you're drinking red, ideal, if you're drinking heavier red, the ideal pairing would be heavier style food. One of those is steak, or you can have a pasta with heavier sauce, like a cream pasta, like carbonara, spaghetti bolognese. But if you are a white wine drinker and you want to have a pair with that food, you start with the pasta with a lighter sauce, like fettuccine alfredo, or a pasta with toast and garlic and olive oil. Or you can have a salmon, you can have a chicken or a duck. But if you want sweeter wine for your sweet food, then you can have a Moscato with a dessert. You can have a creme brulee, or even you can have simple ice cream, vanilla ice cream with a Moscato. That will be a great pairing as well. But again, the easiest way to pair your food and wine is whatever you like, as long as you enjoy them. But the basic is also red to red, white for white, lighter to lighter, heavier to heavier. If the wine is heavy, go for heavy food. If it's wine or lighter, go for a lighter food. But also, to become also knowledgeable, a cellar master, you should also learn how to appreciate people. You should learn also how to deal with people. One of those, I'm very proud to say that when I do my wine tasting, I do have a lot of good feedback from the guests, because part of my job is to conduct a wine tasting for the guests, and also illiterate them, the basic one. I don't need to be broadened with them, because sometimes they will get bored. But the main focus is you give them a guideline how to taste or how to pair with wine and food. Then when I do my wine training for my wine steward, that's a different story, because I need to focus more, because I want them to learn what I've learned, but also I need them to understand how to deal with guests, or from day-to-day job that they do. But most important that I really enjoyed with my job is I meet a lot of people. I work with so many great crew member. Actually, I always say this to my fellow colleague, that the crew member that I work with, that I work for so many years, they are my second family.
Ang galing!
Because I spend more time with them than back home. I work like 6 months on board and then 2 months off.
Mommy, I have a question to you.
Sure.
How do you handle these guests on board when they have a complaint about the wines?
I always encountered, or from time to time we encounter those kind of situation that sometimes not all guests or not all person drinks wine, they know about wine. Because sometimes when they order the wine, when they have no knowledge about wine, they order or pretend that they know their wine, and then suddenly they didn't enjoy the wine. So they say, oh, the wine is too bitter, or the wine is too dry. I really don't argue with them. I just automatically change that.
Ang galing!
And then I will ask them, or sometimes I recommend what wine that goes with what they're eating, or what type of style of wine that they would like.
Wow, that's a great and excellent answer, Mommy. Mommy, give them an advice to all inspiring your position in the future.
Okay, yes. I like for me, you know, the very first time when I started this company, I started as a bar server. And then my beverage manager told me that, oh, you've been a bar server for a while, so I will put you in the restaurant as a wine steward. And I said, I have no clue about wine. And then I had this head sommelier that makes me intrigued when we started tasting wine. And back then, when I was a bar waitress, I only drink tequila and Corona. And then they give me a glass of Cabernet, and that was the worst Cabernet or the worst glass of wine I ever had because my palate is not into it. So then I got intrigued. And I said, how come they tasted this wine? They started describing this wine. Oh, the wine smells flower. It has strawberry, lemon, citrus. And I don't get that. And that makes me intrigued. And that's when I focus on studying and I started to learn. And I remember my head sommelier has to put in the glass a lemon, lime, strawberry, blackberry. And I had to keep on smelling them for me to be able to familiarize what is the smell that you will get in each wine in your glass. Because believe it or not, the smell of Chardonnay will typically or 100% have a different smell of the Sauvignon Blanc. Or a Chardonnay from California will definitely smell and taste different from a Chardonnay from France. So for me to be able to differentiate that, I do a lot of training, study, smelling, and of course a lot of tasting, which is one of my favorite thing to do is tasting or drinking. Well, no, not joking, only tasting, you know. I can't drink that much because from time to time we have alcohol tests. So I love the concept. And my very big advice for those who are inspiring or you wants to become a cellar master, first, you should have that passion.
Ang galing!
Because if you don't have that passion, you will never grow, develop. And you have to be open-minded, and then you have to focus. Determination. So you will gain this power or you will gain this position. And believe it or not, believe me, once you have this position, you will, I will say that you will strive to learn more, to discover more, because in wine industry or in wine, it's like an ocean. There is no ending learning. There's always something new in wine, and you will always find something interesting because, again, every single bottle of wine is different, just like chef. If you had two chefs to cook them the same food, same menu, it will taste different.
Ang galing!
Because they all have different emotions. So same thing when it comes to wine. Every winemaker, every bottle has different character, just like a person. Even when you come from a same parent, you all have different characters. So that is the one. That is makes me intrigued. That's why I went into this position and I started. And believe me, once you have this, oh, it's a very good experience. And at the same time, one of my experience that I also enjoyed most is meeting a lot of, I would say, a lot of celebrities in the wine industry. I get to meet the third generation of the Mondavi family. I get to meet the fifth generation of one winemaker in Jerez, Spain, and the 11th generation of winemaker in Mosel, Germany. So for me, that is a very, it's like I'm meeting a celebrity from the Hollywood, because in my industry, in the wine industry, meeting all this winemaker, it's a very big accomplishment.
Ang galing!
And for you guys, if you are into it, I highly recommend or I highly advise is you need to have your passion, you are open-minded, and you need to focus.
Ang galing!
And you need to put a lot of time and effort. So, guys, thank you very much for listening. And before anything else, please do follow and subscribe to the Bong TV channel. And I hope you enjoyed my very simple explanation about wine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mommy. Have a great day.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Kabars, Kabaro, don't forget to like and share, subscribe and comment.